Gorilla, a western lowland gorilla. These animals are the largest primates in the world and share a significant amount of their DNA with humans. Gorillas live in family groups led by a dominant adult male, known as a silverback. They are found in the equatorial forests of Africa. All four subspecies of gorilla are currently listed as critically endangered. A group of gorillas is typically called a troop or band. Western lowland gorillas are herbivorous and primarily eat fruits, leaves, and stems, though their diet also includes seeds, roots, bark, and insects like ants. In the wild, their diet is opportunistic based on what is available, but they favor fruit when it's in season. Diet components. Fruits, a preferred food, though wild fruits have less sugar than commercially grown ones. Leaves and stems. They consume a wide variety of leaves, stems, and shoots. Seeds and roots. They also eat seeds and roots, and when fruit is not available, they consume roots and bark. Insects. They are known to eat ants and other insects as well. Diet in captivity. Leafy vegetables. Zoo diets often include leafy greens like spinach and cos lettuce. Root vegetables. They are also given root vegetables such as carrots and chicory. Fruits. In zoos, they are fed certain fruits, but commercial fruits are often higher in sugar than those in their native habitat. Other foods. Zoo gorillas may also eat things like pulses and other vegetables like tomatoes and peppers. Western lowland gorillas live in lowland tropical rainforests and swampy forests across Central and West Africa, with their range including countries like Cameroon, Central African Republic, Republic of the Congo, Equatorial Guinea, Gabon, and Angola. They are primarily ground-dwelling animals, spending most of their time in these dense, humid forests. Geographic range. They are found in the western part of Central Africa, with populations in Angola, Cameroon, Central African Republic, Republic of the Congo, Democratic Republic of the Congo, Equatorial Guinea, and Gabon. Primary habitat. Their habitat consists of lowland rainforests and seasonally flooded swampland forests. Forest type. These are thick, dense rainforests with a wide variety of vegetation like shoots, roots, fruits, and tree bark. Elevation. While most live at low elevations, some can be found in the mountains of Gabon. Climate. The forests are typically warm and humid, with temperatures between 20 and 30 degrees Celsius, 68 and 86 degrees Fahrenheit, and high annual rainfall. Driving conservation around the world across the globe, local conservation groups are on the front lines of protecting wildlife and ecosystems, but they often lack the resources they need to succeed. Conservation Allies bridges that gap, providing direct, transparent support to trusted teams who know their wildlife best. Your gift strengthens frontline conservation, empowers communities, and safeguards the biodiversity that sustains life on Earth. Trusted local partnerships. We partner with the most effective conservation experts and organizations across the Global South. Highly efficient conservation. 100% of donations go directly to wildlife and biodiversity protection, making us one of the most effective conservation organizations in the world. Proven impact. Millions of critically biodiverse acres protected and thousands of at-risk species safeguarded. At the center of Africa lies a world few have truly seen, a world older than civilization, older than the concept of time itself. This is the Congo Basin, Earth's second lung, breathing life into our planet. Beneath this emerald canopy lives a creature of immense strength and profound gentleness, a creature whose survival mirrors the fate of the forest around it. Guardians of the Congo, the Western lowland gorilla story, the rainforest realm. Expansive description of the Congo environment. The Congo Basin stretches across 6 nations, a labyrinth of rivers, wetlands, and impenetrable forest. It is home to thousands of undiscovered species, countless ancient trees, and some of the richest biodiversity on Earth. In this dynamic ecosystem, every creature plays a role. Termites recycle the forest floor, elephants carve pathways through thickets, and gorillas shape the forest itself. Tracking the gorillas. To find gorillas here is an art, Trackers read the forest like a book, interpreting subtle clues, a bent stem, freshly chewed cola nuts, footprints pressed into soft soil. First encounter. A gorilla family appears, spread across a shallow clearing. A family of western lowland gorillas begins their day. Among them, the towering silverback, Bakutu. At nearly 400 pounds, he is a mountain of muscle wrapped in calm authority. Family and social life. A morning with the troop. Females feed on fruits, juveniles wrestle, tumbling through leaves. Gorillas are social architects. Their families, known as troops, are built on trust and deep emotional bonds. The silverback's role. Bakutu sits with chest raised, watching over the group. The silverback is the anchor. His strength holds the group together, his decisions guide their movements, and his presence offers protection from predators, from leopards, and from humans. Motherhood. A mother cradles her infant, grooming delicately. A mother's bond with her young is one of the strongest in nature. For 3 years, the infant clings to her belly and back, learning the skills needed to survive. Play is survival in disguise. Young gorillas tackle each other, practice climbing, and beat their chests in miniature displays. Play is not frivolous. It is essential training. Each tumble teaches balance. Each mock battle teaches strength. Every moment prepares them for adulthood. Intelligence and communication. A female tests a swamp's depth with a branch. Western lowland gorillas possess remarkable intelligence. They use tools, solve problems, and make decisions shaped by memory and experience. Evening. Gorillas fold branches with precision, creating elevated beds. Each evening they build new nests, a fresh bed of woven leaves and branches crafted with care. It is part engineering, part ritual. Complex vocalizations. Gorillas grunt, hoot, and chest beat. Their language is nuanced. A low rumble reassures. A sharp grunt commands attention. The resonant drum of a chest beat can travel a mile. A declaration of presence, emotion, and empathy. Juvenile cries. Mother comforts him. Gorillas show empathy, compassion, even mourning. Echoes of emotions humans recognize in themselves. Threats and survival. A forest under siege. Chainsaws roar in distance. Logging trucks move through cleared corridors. This ancient forest now faces modern pressures. Deforestation for timber and agriculture is slicing the gorilla's world into isolated fragments. The silent killer, disease. Map animations show Ebola outbreaks affecting gorilla populations. Ebola has killed more gorillas than poaching or habitat loss combined. In some regions, populations plummeted by 95%. Conflict with humans. Where poverty is widespread, the illegal bushmeat trade becomes a dangerous temptation. Gorillas are caught in snares meant for other species, often with fatal results. Mother with infant contrasts with threats. A single infant every 4 years means even small losses take decades to recover. Time is not on their side. Conservation on the front lines. Veterinary teams monitoring gorillas. Anti-poaching patrols moving through the forest. Yet heroes walk these forests. Scientists, trackers, veterinarians, and local communities who risk their lives to protect the gorillas. Community involvement. Schools teaching children about conservation, locals employed as eco-guides. Sustainable programs are transforming lives. When communities benefit directly from protecting wildlife, they become fierce guardians of the forest. Technological allies capturing rare gorilla behavior. Satellite mapping helps monitor deforestation. The battle is becoming smarter and more hopeful. The ecological role of gorillas. Gorillas feeding on fruits, dispersing seeds across the forest. Gorillas are gardeners of the Congo. By dispersing seeds, they shape the composition of the forest. Without them, the forest itself would change. Trees would vanish, species would shift. A future not yet written. Young gorillas playing, mothers feeding, silverback leading troop away. Their survival is not just an animal issue, it is a planetary one. A world with gorillas is a world with forests, a world with life. The western lowland gorilla remains one of Earth's greatest guardians. Ancient, intelligent, irreplaceable, their story continues, and its ending depends on us. Please like, share, and subscribe to help the channel grow. Thank you. Western lowland gorillas are generally considered peaceful, shy, and non-aggressive animals that will only become aggressive when provoked or threatened. Their aggression is primarily a defensive mechanism to protect their group and is typically displayed through ritualized, non-contact threat behaviors. Nature of aggression: defensive, not offensive. Gorillas do not go looking for a fight. They avoid conflict and are not strictly territorial. Triggered by threats. Aggressive behavior is a response to perceived threats, such as an intruder, human or another gorilla group, entering their space, or a challenge to the dominant male's status. Bluff charges and displays. When threatened, a dominant male, silverback, will engage in an elaborate display designed to intimidate the intruder into leaving. This often includes loud growls and roars, standing upright and slapping his chest with cupped or flat hands, tearing up vegetation and slapping the ground. Short mock charges, often rushing past the intruder without making physical contact. Intra-group peace. Within a stable family group, aggression is rare, and the silverback typically intervenes to maintain peace among females. Compared to other primates, western lowland gorillas are significantly less aggressive than chimpanzees, which often have more frequent conflicts within their social groups. While mountain gorillas are known for more aggressive interactions when groups meet, western lowland gorillas interact more peacefully when encountering other groups in the wild. In conclusion, their aggression is a necessary survival instinct focused on protection, not an inherent behavioral trait. Western lowland gorillas are incredibly strong and can easily kill a human in a direct, unarmed confrontation. However, attacks on humans are extremely rare and virtually always occur only when the gorilla feels threatened, surprised, or provoked. The danger in a confrontation. Immense strength. An adult silverback gorilla is estimated to be many times stronger than an average human, with the strength of several men. Physical advantages. They possess a thick, robust bone structure, a dense skull, large canine teeth, and incredible bite force, around 1,300 psi. A single blow or bite could be fatal to a human. Unmatched power. In a one-on-one unarmed fight, an average human would stand no chance. Experts and anecdotal sources suggest even a large group of unarmed men would struggle to subdue one without significant casualties. Why attacks are rare. Despite their power, gorillas are generally peaceful, shy, and reclusive animals that prefer to avoid human contact. They are herbivores and not predatory toward humans. Their aggression is almost purely defensive. An attack usually happens if a person surprises a gorilla, makes direct eye contact, which is interpreted as a challenge or threat, runs away, which can trigger a chase instinct, blocks their path, or gets too close to their family, especially infants. In controlled settings like national parks with habituated gorillas, specific rules, e.g., maintain distance, crouch down, remain quiet, avoid eye contact, are followed to ensure safety, as the animals have learned that humans are not a threat. When a gorilla does feel the need to assert dominance, they often use bluff charges and chest-beating displays to scare away intruders without making physical contact, unless the person fails to show submission. Western lowland gorillas do not have human DNA, but they share a high percentage of DNA with humans, around 98%. This similarity reflects a shared common ancestor and places gorillas as the second closest living relatives to humans after chimpanzees. Shared ancestry. Humans and gorillas share a common ancestor, with the lineages diverging approximately 10 million years ago. Genetic similarity. Studies of the gorilla genome show that the DNA is approximately 98% similar to that of humans. Important differences. Despite the high similarity, the remaining percentage of DNA contains important differences that account for the distinct evolutionary paths of the species. For example, certain genes involved in hearing show accelerated evolution in both humans and gorillas. But this does not mean gorillas have human DNA. Unique genes. Scientists have identified specific genes that are different between the two species, such as a gene that helps gorillas grow a tough layer of keratin on their knuckles for knuckle walking, a trait not found in humans. Please like, share, and subscribe to help the channel grow. Thank you. Let's continue. Western lowland gorillas are not generally dangerous to other animals, as they are peaceful and non-aggressive unless provoked. While they have no natural predators, their main threats are humans and leopards. The gorillas are primarily herbivorous and will not typically attack other species, but they are incredibly strong and will defend themselves if they feel threatened. Interactions with other animals generally peaceful. Western lowland gorillas are not naturally aggressive toward other animals and are known to be peaceful creatures. Natural predators. Leopards are the only natural predators that occasionally hunt gorillas, particularly the young, sick, or elderly. Territorial fights. Fights between gorillas can occur, especially between males competing for mates, but severe injury or death is rare in stable groups. Human interaction. Humans are the main threat to gorillas, hunting them for bushmeat and transmitting diseases. Defense mechanisms. A gorilla's sheer strength makes it formidable, and it will attack if it feels provoked or threatened. What to do if you encounter a gorilla? Do not make eye contact. Direct eye contact is seen as a challenge and can provoke an attack. Stay calm. Avoid sudden movements or aggressive behavior that could be perceived as a threat. Do not get too close. Respect the gorilla's space and maintain a safe distance to avoid provoking an attack. Avoid provoking them. Do not do anything that shows you are a threat, as they will defend themselves.